is my second video for ABAP classes. So in this video, I will explain how to create a custom table and how to insert the data into the table. Okay. In my table, so these are the 4 columns I want to create. Okay. So first one is the employee ID, employee name, employee city, employee phone number. Okay. Before creating this table, so I want to explain a few important things. So first one is, if I go to here, first one is data element and domain. Okay. So data element in the sense, so data element describes technical attributes and content of table or structure. Okay. It will describe technical attributes. And then domain in the sense, it will describe formal specifications like or formal attributes in the sense field length and the field format. This kind of information domain will be provided. Okay. Then delivery class, so delivery class in the sense, so it will specify what kind of data we are storing. So whether it is a master data or transactional data or system data. So this kind of information it will be provided by delivery class. Okay. Then size category in the sense, for example, I want to store 100 records in my table, for example, I'm telling. So this kind of information size category will be provided. Okay. These are the main things we should know when we are before creating a table. Okay. I will show you how to create data element, how to create a domain, how to give the delivery class and size category, each and everything. Okay. 11 here I am giving. So before creating a table, so I want to give some information so related to SAP. Suppose if I want to create any custom table or any custom view or any type group or data element or any report, anything inside SAP, so we should use only Z or Y. Means Z in the sense Z or Y. If you want to, suppose if you create any table with the ABC test, so it will ask for access key. Why? Because so from A to X SAP reserve letters. Okay. So that's why it will not accept A to X. So if we want to create any custom or table or view or custom T code or custom report, you should use Z or Y. Okay. These are okay. So it will vary. So depends upon a company actually. So some companies they are using Z, some companies they are using Y. Okay. Okay. Now I want to create one employee custom table. For creating employee custom table, I will go to SE11 transaction code. Okay. Here we can create a database table. So we will select that first option, then we will create. So as I said before, so before creating a table, we have to create a data element. So data element and domain. Okay. So this is my EMP ID. For EMP ID, I want to create a one domain. It means domain and data element. DE means data element. So domain specifies, it means what kind of a type, it means a field type, whether it is a character type or numeric type. So this and also its length. So suppose if it is a numeric type, so that length it will be 10 letters or 20 letters, it will specify that information specified by domain. So DE in the sense field label, it means employee ID, so employee name, these kind of information it will be provided by a data element actually. So before creating a data element, we need to create a one domain. Okay, two ways we can create it. So I will show you each and every way one by one. Okay, first of all, before creating a data element, we should create a one domain. Suppose I want to create a one domain for employee ID. Now we will go to CEMP employee ID. So employee ID 1. Why? Because already ID, it means I will show you, I think already exists. So that's why I am giving employee ID. Employee ID also. Suppose I am giving employee ID 2. Okay. Now I will show you how to create. Okay. Creating DEM in the sense domain for EMP ID. Okay. Here data type, you will provide a character type. So length, it will be 10 characters. Okay. Now we will click on save. We will save in local object only. Then we will activate. Okay. Then so we are creating one domain for employee ID field. Okay. Then we will go to SE11 transaction code again. Now I want to create a one data element for the employee ID field. Okay. The EMP ID 1. Okay. Already is there. So now I will give the 2. So naming convention, your wish. So you can give any naming convention. Data element we will select. Creating DE for employee ID. Here we will provide a domain name. Okay. So domain name, what we are giving here, employee. Okay. So this is the one way we have to create a data element. Then we will go to field label. So field label in the sense, so column header, it means a column header in the sense, I will show this one. So this is the one actually. So if you provide any field, so that will display in our column section. Okay. Employee ID. So I am giving everything to this one. Okay. We'll save in local object. We will activate it. Now we will go to, now we are creating, so for the employee ID fields, we already created a domain and a data element. Okay, that is name of domain, data element ZEMP ID 2. Okay, and domain also the same. Okay, so we can give any naming convention, so as you wish. So for removing purpose, I will give that same domain name and the data element name, both are same. Okay. Now we will go to SE11 transaction code. SE11. Now we are creating a database table. So one more, okay, I will explain that. The EMP table. we'll provide description like creating table for EMP details. Okay, then we will select delivery class. Delivery class in the sense, so it will specify what kind of data we are storing. So here we will provide maintenance permissions. So now I will give allowed. Okay, display and maintenance allowed. Now we will go to field section. First of all, we will give mandate. Okay, so mandate in the sense, so this is these are okay. We will select this one. So mandate data element is mandate only. So what it will says means, so table whether it is a client dependent or independent, so that information will be provided by mandate field. Suppose if you are providing any if you are providing data element to any table, so that is client dependent. So if you doesn't provide mandate field, so that is that table becomes a independent. Okay, then we will create a ZEMP ID. Okay, these are the primary key in my table. Okay, data element we already created. Now we will go to, so this is the domain. I will copy this one. I'm pasting here. When double click, see here. Suppose if you double click this one, we will save that column. See here. So domain also we already created. So when we are providing data element in a field section, so automatically domain also it will take automatically taken. Okay, so here we will, so employee ID, everything it will come. Okay, then here I want to tell you one thing. So some interviews they are asking about, so can we create data element without a domain? So answer is yes. So by using this way we can create a data element without a domain. If you are providing predefined type, so without creating a domain we can create a data element. Then one more interview question is, so can we create table field without a data element? It means I will without a data element I will show you how to create. So next one is EMP name. Okay, suppose if I want to predefine type, when I click this one predefine type, so it will ask char 20. So this way we can create. Now so first way I have showed you so how to create a domain and data element. Here I will show you second way how to create a data element and domain. Okay, so already two columns are created, employee ID and employee name. Now I want to create the employee city. Okay, city. This is not a normal thing. So here also he can here only we can create EMP city. Okay, when I double click on this, it will ask me for save. So here here also we can create a data element. So now I am clicking yes. Here we can provide creating the same thing, creating DE for city FY city field. Then label is city. save local object, then we'll come to, okay, here we will, here also directly we can create a domain without going to SE11 transaction. Here also we can create a domain city 2. When I double click on this, it will go to same screen, creating DM for city field. Okay, here we will provide char type and length. We'll give 10 or 20 as you wish. Okay, then save. We'll save in local object. Then click on active button. It will active. Then we go to back. So here, so this is the second way we are creating data element and domain. Now we are created 2 columns like employee name, employee ID, employee city. Now I want to create a 4th column, the EMP okay, created. Now I already created one a data element for that. I am using this one. Okay, so now we are providing all fields of a table. Now we will go to, then click on save. We have to go to technical settings. So we need to provide some information here. So data class in the sense, so it will specify physical location of the table inside the database. So SAP provides some options for that. So when you click on this one, so it will give list of options. So now we are selecting app L0 size category. So size category in the sense, so suppose if I want to store 100 records, for example, if I want to store 100 records or 1000 records, so it will specify so how many records we are storing inside the table. Okay, so these are the ranges from 0 to 8. Okay, now we are selecting this one. So we will then buffering not allowed. These are not a mandatory thing actually. So then we will click on save button. Then we will click on back. After provide technical settings, now we have to give one more important settings like enhancement. For giving enhancement settings, enhancement category, we will go to extras enhancement category. We will click on OK button. We will can be enhancement deep. It means depends upon our requirement. We will select the radio button actually. Now here I am selecting first option, first radio button. I will click on copy. Okay. So everything is completed. So I will click on save. Then I will click on active button. I will click on OK. So objects activated. Now the table is ready to use. Okay. Now I want to insert some data into my table. For inserting data, we will go to utilities, table contents. We will click on create entities. Okay. Here employee ID we will click on 1. Employee name is Dhoni, Ranchi, city is Ranchi, phone number is, I don't know, this time, okay. We'll click on save. Here we can see our database record successfully created. If I want to see this content, so we will come back. Now we will go to same thing, table content. When you are clicking display button, it will ask for here. So this is the one. This is the way we have to create the table and inserting a data inside the table. Okay. Now I will explain each and everything once more. Okay. I will revision everything. Okay. So first of all, what? So when you click on the create button, so it will rendering into this window. Here we are providing a delivery class. After providing a short description, we will provide a delivery class, and then maintenance permission. Then we will provide fields. So here are two ways we can create a domain. So one way here we can create, another way directly SE11 transaction code. There we can create a domain and a data element. Okay. Here we will provide a list of fields, list of columns of a table. He'll provide all information here. Then we have to provide the technical settings. Inside the technical settings, we will provide the data class and size category. Everything we will provide. Then after that, we have to provide a enhancement category settings. Now to give that permissions, we will click on enhancement category. Here we are providing enhancement category settings. Okay. So after, this is a procedure actually. This is a procedure to create a custom table.